All right, what we're going to do, folks, is Deputy Bennett is going to give the verdict forms to juror number one. Juror number one, I want you to look at the verdict forms, and I'm going to want to know whether these verdict forms reflect your true and correct verdicts. Juror two, I'd like you to look over her shoulder so you can review the verdict forms. And I want to know from you whether these are your true and correct verdicts. Once I've heard from both of you, give the verdict forms to juror number three. Juror three, look at the verdict forms. Juror four, look over her shoulder. So ultimately, I'm going to want to hear from all 12 of you whether these verdict forms reflect your individual true and correct verdicts. Everybody understand? All right. You got to look at these two. Juror number one, are those your true and correct verdicts? Juror number two?
Yes.
Juror three and four?
Yes.
Juror five and six? Juror five, are those your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror six?
Yes.
All right, let's get the verdict forms to juror seven. Juror eight, look over her shoulder. Juror number seven, those are your true and correct verdicts? Juror seven?
Yes.
Juror eight?
Yes.
9 and 10? Juror 9?
Yes.
Juror 10?
Yes.
11 and 12. Juror 11?
Yes.
Juror 12?
Yes.
All right, all jurors have stated that the verdict forms reflect their individual true and correct verdicts. Alex, read the verdict.
Yes, Your Honor. The Los Angeles Superior Court, County of Los Angeles. People of the State of California versus Joaquin Mayers. Case number BA 508142-01. We, the jury in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Joaquin Mayers, not guilty of...
Not get the audience. Or just recognize the audience.
Hold it down, hold it down. The verdict has to be read on count.
Yes, Your Honor. Repeat again. We, the jury, above entitled action, find the defendant, Joaquin Mayers, not guilty of the semi-automatic firearm in violation of Penal Code Section 245, Section B, a felony charging count one of the information this 18th day of February 2025, jury seat number 9, 4%.
All right.
Title of court and cause. We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Joaquin Mayers, not guilty of the crime of assault firearm in violation of Penal Code Section 245, Section B, a felony of charging count two of the information this 18th day of February 2025, juror seat number 9, 4%.
During this trial, I watched you periodically. You did what we asked of you at the very beginning, which is to give both sides a fair trial, pay attention, use your common sense, apply the law, and base your verdict on the evidence. I know you took extensive notes, and you took this as seriously as any jury could. We cannot have jury trial without folks like you. So you certainly have my gratitude. I want to extend to you my best wishes. Again, thank you. The admonition to not discuss the case no longer applies. You can talk about the case with anybody you want to, or nobody if you don't want to. Alex has your certificates of completion. You can take your juror badges with you. Thank you again. You are excused.
Everybody remain seated in the public. We're going to let the jurors walk out first.
Thank y'all for saving my life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for making the decision. Thank you.
All right, we begin the news at 5 now with that breaking news. A not guilty verdict reached in the ASAP Rocky trial. Good evening once again, everybody. I'm Michael Brownlee.
And I'm Annabelle Sedano in for Colleen Williams. The verdict was handed down moments ago. You heard it here. He was charged with 2 felony counts of assault with a weapon. It took the jury 3 hours to reach a verdict. Joining us now to talk about it is attorney Manny Medrano. Was this verdict expected, Manny?
Well, I can't say I'm terribly surprised with the not guilty verdicts across the board, and here's why. The case came down to one very simple thing. There's no question that the rap star had some type of gun. There's no question he fired it. There's videotape of that. There's no question there was a physical altercation in November of 2021 in Los Angeles. But the key issue was the defense arguing it was a prop gun. It wasn't a real gun. It was a gun that the defendant had from attending a video he had shot with his paramour Rihanna. And evidently by the verdict today, the jury has sided with the defense and found that it was not a real gun. And if it wasn't a real gun, then not guilty is the appropriate verdict.
Initially, Manny, before the trial, ASAP's attorney said his client was eager to tell his story. He would love the opportunity to do so, but we noticed he didn't take the stand. Was that a good move by the defense?
There's no doubt about that, because I've tried, 5 dozen jury trials in the criminal context, and I always advise a client, sometimes it makes sense to take the stand, other times it doesn't. And there's no question that had the rap star taken the stand, he would have taken some hits on cross-examination. But let me emphasize this for you, okay? The DA's case took some real hits, including the following. There was evidence that the purported victim here was trying to extort monies from the rap star, and that's why he was going forward with the criminal case. Second, there was evidence and an audio tape played of the purported victim on tape saying, you know, if I get my money, I'm out of here. I'm going to go live on an island, and the DA will never be able to bring me here to testify in this case. And then finally, of course, the defense put on an argument that the rap star, his defense was self-defense in light of the fact that the victim was there, arguably to get into a fist fight with the defendant. So a powerful case, 3 weeks long, some real tensions in the courtroom between the prosecutor and the defense counsel. But at the end of the day, a very good victory for the defendant.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we saw that victory when he heard that verdict and then jumped into Rihanna's arms. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Yes, I have, but it's not surprising. What folks need to understand, the defendant here, the rap star, was facing up to 20 years in a California state prison had he been convicted. And let there be no doubt about this. Had there been a conviction, this is not a probation case. He would have gone to prison for many, many years. So his reaction in the courtroom, I'm not surprised at all, because he knew what was on the line by virtue of this major felony case brought by the DA's office in Los Angeles.
You know, Manny, I couldn't help but watch his defense team there, the guy in the white coat specifically rocking back and forth. The body language there was like, I'm not sure how this is going to go, which way it's going to turn out. But again, as we saw here live on the air, it was not guilty verdicts in this case for his client.
Well, let me just say this, because having been in those shoes as a prosecutor murder cases and defending murder case, time literally stops and stands still when you're waiting for the clerk to read the verdict. It's about as stressful as it can get for a defense lawyer, let me tell you.
All right, Manny Medrano, live for us again. We appreciate your insight in all of this. And again, not guilty verdicts here in the ASAP Rocky assault trial. We appreciate your time. Thank you.